Welcome back. Really happy to spend this time on the beach with you. Hoping that you had an incredible week. It was so inspiring to be with you on Monday and hear about your experiences throughout the week. I think it's always good to start with self-check-in. So the first thing I'd love to do today is for all of us to take a minute and just write down, how am I feeling now? How am I feeling now? It's been an intense week. We've done a lot of work. How are you feeling in this moment? And again, I know it's not easy to take time to watch this video and to do the exercises. And I'm so grateful you're here, and I'm so grateful for this time that we have together. And I'm looking forward to the time when we are actually holding hands, hugging, and in the same space. But for now, I'd love you to write down how you're feeling now, right in this moment. So this week, we're gonna do some work on identifying our internal parts. Often we're taught to believe that there's just one entity in here, one person, one voice. But any self-examination tells us there's actually a lot of different parts in here. What we wanna know is, how do those different parts influence the way we lead, the way we be in relationship? So we're gonna start off with a notice exercise. And I'd love you to write down the times and places and people where you made a positive impact this week, where you made a difference. Could have been an act of kindness, could have been a smile, could have been a meal, could have been carrying someone's groceries, could have been a little note. Where did you make a positive impact this week? Go ahead and write those instances down. And they're there. They may not come to you right away, but they're there. So write them down. Great job. Take a look over this list of times, people, and places where you made a positive impact, and just internally thank yourself. You didn't have to do any of those things. You noticed, you chose, and you acted. It's working. So what Yvonne often reminds us is the fourth step is to celebrate. And part of celebrating is just internally thanking yourself. So just taking a minute and internally saying, thank you for choosing love, thank you for choosing kindness, thank you for choosing generosity. And now let's look at the other side. I'd like you now to think about the times in this week, people, places, situations, where you actually had a negative impact, right? Because in any given week, each of us has both. Times when you were harsh in your words, where you were ungenerous in your actions, where you were maybe less than honest with your speech or how you shared or didn't share, where you held back in some way, any way that you feel like you had a negative impact on the space or yourself or the situation. Go ahead and write those things down, the situations, people, and places where you actually had a negative impact this week. All yours. Take a look at that list and notice how you feel. Is there shame? Is there regret? Can there be forgiveness? Can we see clearly that we hurt other people, that we didn't act in a way that we're proud of, and actually have compassion for ourselves, actually forgive ourselves, and actually say, I want to learn from this. I want to see the harm that I did and learn and grow from this. So as you look at this list, I'm also going to ask you, are there things that you want to do to rectify the harm that you caused? Are there conversations that you want to have? Are there letters that you want to write? Are there actions that you want to take to rectify the harm that you caused this week? Didn't have to be big. It could just have been a harsh word. It could just have been a slammed door. It could just have been a late appearance or a broken commitment or a not total truth. Take a look, see if there's actions you want to take to rectify the harm that you did this week. I'll be doing it too. So that's really courageous work. So many times when we do something we're not proud of, we put a lie on top of that harm. Like, it didn't matter, it was okay, what else could we do? And there's a way that it allows us to take a full exhale and just stand up proud and open our heart when we say, yeah, what I did caused harm. I don't feel good about it. I want to make it right. So I just want to compliment you for having the courage to do that work. One of the pieces we're going to do in our core classes this week is identifying qualities of a leader. And what I'm going to say to you today on this cliff by the ocean is, what if all qualities were qualities of leadership? Let's look into that possibility and see if actually every part of us, if all of the qualities that we have inside of us and through us could be deployed for compassionate leadership. So the first element of that is that we've got to list all of our qualities. So I already started on my list, and some of the qualities I wrote down were committed, intelligent, sad, jealous, angry, inspiring, vulnerable, funny, competitive, loving, caring, selfish, self-absorbed, arrogant, mean, hateful, rotten. All those things are parts of who I am. I'm a human being. So I have all of those qualities. So I'd like you to do the same. Make a list of all the qualities inside of you, and then we'll come back and go deeper. Okay, great job on your list. And feel free to add more qualities as we go along. But there's a next part to this exercise, and it's a stretch, and it may feel a little weird. The next part to this exercise is next to each of those qualities, I'd like you to list how that quality can be deployed for compassionate, powerful leadership. And I took a few of mine and just played with them. So I used caring, and I said, caring connects me with people I am leading. And I took selfish, and I said, has me take care of myself so I can show up as a leader. And I took arrogant, and I said, gives me the confidence to show up and fully deliver my message. Righteous, it's definitely a quality I have, gives me the strength to share my experience and convictions powerfully. Stupid, I'm definitely stupid, that's a quality I have. Has me listen deeply and ask questions as I know I have so much to learn. So with each of the qualities you listed, I want you to imagine a way that those qualities could actually be deployed to help you be a more compassionate and powerful leader. Go. All right, great job. So take a look at your list of qualities and the superpower for leadership that each quality has. It's like a secret superpower. And now I want you to notice, which of these qualities do you lead with? It might be charismatic, or joyful, or energetic, or positive, or arrogant, or righteous, or confused. Put a little star on the ones that are major players, the ones that if somebody was going to describe you, they would give these 5 qualities. They would say, these are the qualities that describe this person. Put a star on those qualities now. Okay, great work. And now I'd like you to take another look at the list and look for the qualities that you'd actually like to see more. Humility, kindness, softness, vulnerability, stillness. So take a look through the list and see, wow, I recognize that quality in myself, but it doesn't actually come out in my life very much. And I'd like you to put an X by those qualities that you would like to see more, that you'd like to invite out more. Do that now. So now you have this list of qualities, and you know the ones that you want to come out more, and you know the ones that are usually running the show. So the assignment for this weekend and this coming week is to start to notice in your daily life, in various situations, in interactions with people you love and with strangers, moving through your life, just being with yourself, taking a shower, walking to the store, interacting, which parts are predominant? Which parts are showing up when? It's kind of like you're studying a play to see who the primary actors are. And the actors are all listed on your list of qualities. No right or wrong, you're just noticing what's there. So we'll go a little deeper now with this parts work. And I'd like you to think about and list 3 positive habits, 3 habits that you feel great about. Maybe you work out every day. Maybe you tell your partner that you love them every day. Maybe you take a hot bath at night. Some way that you're kind to yourself. So list 3 habits that you feel great about right now. Okay, great. So looking down at those 3 habits, I'd love you to pair a quality from your quality list with each of the habits. Which of those qualities, those parts of yourself, support these positive habits that you enjoy in your life? Take a look and create that pairing now. Okay, great. Noticing. And you know we always have to do the other side, right? So I'm going to ask you now to write down 3 negative habits. And they could be, picking shitty relationships. They could be eating bad food. It could be not giving yourself enough time to get where you're going. Whatever. It could be big habits, could be small habits. But I'd like you to list 3 negative habits. And then I'm going to just do the spoiler alert, and you can go ahead and do this. You're the advanced group. As soon as you write those 3 negative habits, I want you to look back on your quality list and pair those 3 negative habits with 3 qualities. And we'll come back. So take a look at what you found, and were you surprised at what you found? Were you surprised at the qualities, particularly that were supporting the negative habits? I was doing it right along with you. I wanted to just share a little bit of my process. So one of my habits is working too much and not getting enough sleep. So I looked at my parts list and I found that there was a part that only feels lovable if I'm a superhero that supports me not taking care of myself. Really interesting to see that relationship. And also, I saw that there's a habit I have of not saying no, of not setting limits, of saying yes to too many things. And the habit that I saw, the quality that I saw, was this part of me that's afraid of missing out. So it was great to see that relationship. So I'd like you to take a look at those relationships between the parts listed on your list and those habits, and make a commitment to start to see them in your life as you go through the weekend and next week. What we're doing is we're peeling back the curtains. We're making conscious what is habitual. We're starting to look at every part of our life from every angle so we can see, we can notice what we might want to choose to take action on and change. That's what we're doing here, and you're doing an amazing job. So the very last part we're gonna do together is just go a tiny bit deeper with some of these parts. So a lot of these parts of ourselves, we just don't have a relationship with, right? We don't know anything about them. And how you get to know people and how you get to know parts is you ask questions and you listen. So what I'm gonna ask you to do now is, particularly with the three negative parts, the three parts that support the habits that you called habits that are not good for you, that are negative, those three parts. For each of them, I'd like you to write down from their perspective what they want and need. So the part of me that doesn't want to miss out, what does it need? Maybe it needs to feel special, to feel included, to feel like it deserves to be in the room with everyone else. And it's really afraid it's not going to be included. I don't know if that's true. I'd have to go in and look. But I want you to write down from the perspective of these parts what they want and what they need. For all three of them, please do it now. Amazing work today. So again, we're not coming up with any final answer or conclusion. What we're doing every time we meet here and every time we meet in class is we're just looking at our lives in a deeper way. We're looking at how we communicate. We're looking at how our childhood and the aspects of us show up in our leadership, show up in our relationship, show up in the way that we hold ourselves, in the way that we hold possibility. We're just discovering, awakening to who we are, embracing who we are. Can't do it wrong. You're doing amazing. But I want to encourage you, once you turn off this video, to just let the awareness the view, the bigger view that you have, keep unfolding. Keep noticing which parts are in play. Where do you stop? Where do you notice? Where do you choose? Where do you hold back? Where are your negative habits operating? Where are you unconscious? Just to keep noticing. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.